Hi, parents. I am Mrs. Seiler. I am your student's biology teacher, and I just thought that I would give you a little peek in terms of peek behind the scenes about Canvas and how to best help your student find what they are looking for. I find that in talking to a couple parents this week, some people were kind of just unsure about how Canvas worked and how they were able to help their kid find information. So I wanted to show you what my modules look like in Canvas. So your student will access Canvas from their single sign-on portal, and all of their little links and things for the apps, various apps that they will use are pretty much all here on the single sign-on portal. And they don't need, as long as they can get in here, they don't need individual passwords because any of these links will work. So going into Canvas, they will go first to what's called the dashboard, and their dashboard will probably look a little bit different than mine, but basically you have these cards that show the individual classes that they are enrolled in. You also see over here to the side, you see this to-do list and things called coming up. Also, it shows them recent feedback. Now, one of the things I want to caution you, and things I've been trying to explain to kids like since day one, is that they really want to avoid just clicking on this to-do list because you really want to go into the module to see the date and see all of the things that are listed into the date, because not everything shows up in the to-do list. So try to discourage them from using the to-do list, but if they're looking for biology stuff, have them click into biology. We'll go into my pre-AP here. And then they'll come to this home page and they will need to click on lesson modules. This will take them to a page for all of the weeks of the school year, and I put a little arrow or a little something here. Right now it's a pumpkin, but to show them that this is the current week that we're in to make it easier for them. So they click on that and it'll take them directly to that week. And you can see right now this is this week in development, but if I go back up to last week, you see headers for each day of the week, Monday through Friday. And then below it, they have all of their assignments. Now, some of these assignments, I put them in individual things, but they're like check a box and go on to the next thing. And this was like 10-point question. This was just a little reading assignment. This is video instructions that I added because some students were having difficulty in class. So I added that. So while it looks like a lot, it really is only the one assignment here and this assignment here. So they really need to start with a daily brainy, which is a daily check-in question that helps me assess how they did with the lesson from yesterday, because that's what the question is geared towards. And it also helps me, that's where I start by taking attendance, is seeing if they've done the daily brainy. So for remote kids, that's the first thing that I will check. If not, I'll have to go in separately and look for their attendance or their activity within Canvas. So that's the first thing, and they do get bonus points for this. So if students are skipping this and not doing it, they're missing out on bonus points that they can be getting on a weekly basis. Okay. And they just simply go from top to bottom, completing all of the necessary assignments. And so you see Tuesday, it starts again with another daily brainy, which is a daily question. On Tuesdays, I usually put in some sort of tech tip to kind of help them, whether it's about Canvas or Microsoft or anything else. Last week, it was about how to use the Outlook to-do list and calendar in order to help them prioritize things and schedule their time better and put in due dates for assignments so that they can keep track of things. So each day they start at the top and they work their way down. And so that's why it's important that they come here, because if they don't come here, they may miss something that's here. Okay. The other thing is that they'll be missing is things like this. Like this is, I put in a new page for signing up for one-on-one tutoring if they'd like. And then there's also the link for the pre-AP biology or AP biology live classes. And those don't show up in the to-do list. So making sure that they go to the module is going to be helpful. Okay, and so these are set up on a weekly thing. So if I close that, it can shrink it up and you can see, and here's the previous week, Monday, Tuesday, all the way through Friday. I also announce tests on here, okay, and give them plenty of notice. I usually end up, if I put this announcement up here on Tuesday, I usually move it down every day so that they continue to see it every single day, to remind them that they have a test. So I also wanted to show you how they submit assignments. For that, I have to go into the student view. Okay, so this is the student view, and I would, as the student, go into lesson modules and go into the week that we are currently in. And again, I think I'm going to go up to the previous week because there's no assignments here. What you see here is a bunch of grayed out assignments. That is because students sometimes have to do these in a stepwise order. They have to start at the top and work their way to the bottom, and it requires them to either submit something or complete something in order to open the next thing. So in this case, it was the late policy agreement where I wanted them to agree to read it, make sure they understood what was happening now that we're in the second 6 weeks, that the school's late policy is in effect, and for each day late their score is going to be marked lower and lower and lower, and that at the third school day after a due date the assignment will no longer be accepted and a 0 will be recorded in the grade book. Okay, so this is why it was a requirement. I asked them to either agree or disagree and talk to me about it if they disagreed, and they submit the assignment. So that's a score, an assignment score that goes pretty quickly. And so if we go back here, so now it opened all the rest of this up. So then they can go to each and every one of these things. So here's just a quick example of how they would submit assignment. In this case, there is a document to download. So they would download that, type into it. I usually make Word documents fillable, so there are spaces they click on and start typing. And then they are to save it. I remind them to save it and then to come back here and hit submit assignment to upload it. So they click submit assignment and they find their file and click submit assignment. So I'm just going to attach anything here just so I can show you what it looks like. You click submit assignment. You should see they get this submission date stamped. It tells them, what day and time that it was submitted. So I see what day and time they submitted it. And it also you can download what they did submit to show what file was attached. And then this is something that I've also been stressing with students, but if they go back and click submission details, and view feedback, they will see over here, they will see typed comments, but on their actual document, lots of times I grade with my Apple Pencil in my iPad, and they'll see written feedback on their actual assignment that they have submitted. So that's another way they can get feedback. So when they have a question like, why did I have a 0 for that? Or why did I have a low score? This is where they need to go first. They just need to go back to the assignment and click on submission details and view the feedback. And that's going to give them a lot of information. Okay. So I hope that this helps some of you who may be struggling to help your kiddos navigate through this online world. So if you have any other questions, please feel free to contact me and let me know. And I'll do my best to give you any pointers and help that you need. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate your time. Thank you.